Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to TuneInGenesis.pro. In our last video, we talked about current, and I made mention of that current is the quantity of electron moving on a given point. So in today's video, we're going to see what causes the movement of those currents, because electron cannot move on their own. There will be something behind it that causes the flow of those electrons. So what causes that movement is what we call voltage. So I want you to see voltage. First of all, let's define voltage in a simple terms. Here, voltage can be defined as the electrical pressure or force. So I want you to see voltage as a force that is pushing the electron, that is causing the movement of those electrons on a given point. And the unit of voltage is what we call volts. You might be hearing about volts. Some will say voltage, some will say volt. They're all the same. So volt is the unit, and why the symbol is letter V. We have two symbols or three that represent voltage. V is the standard international one, which is commonly known. Another one is letter E. It's also known as voltage. So whenever you see these two, know it's talking about voltage, or whenever you see EMF. But in the future video, we are going to talk about this EMF, but these three symbols is talking about voltage. And voltage can be measured with voltmeter. But nowadays, technology has advanced everything. We now use digital multimeter that can measure your voltage. So let me further explain this voltage in a way that a beginner will understand. But before that, if you have not watched our previous video, there will be a link in the description. Make sure you watch that so that you can be able to follow what we are saying here. I say that in our previous video that current is the quantity of electron, which I mentioned in the beginning of this video. So we are going to see what causes those movement of electron, which is current, and I said it is voltage. So let's take an example. Let's take this illustration. Let's assume this is electron. Excuse. Let's assume this is electron. I say that the quantity of electron is what we call current. So let's say this is electron. This electron is standing one place without no movement, and we are to move, and we need this electron to move in order to perform work. So there must be something that can be able to push this electron in order to perform work. So that thing that will push this electron is known as voltage, which will serve as force that will force this electron to move. And I said in our last video that current can be measured in kilo, milli, micro, and so on. Likewise, voltage can also be measured in those terms. So whenever we're talking about kilo, we are talking about thousands. So if we have a large amount of current and we apply a little force like micro or millivolts in order to push this electron, it will force the electron to move, but the movement will not be strong as when you have a much larger force to push these electrons. So this voltage is important in electronics design. You need to know the basis of voltage. But if we have a little bit of current, I'm using this as an illustration. If you have a little bit of current and we apply a bigger force, a bigger voltage like kilo, mega, gigavolt to move this little piece of electron, which is current, you will see that this electron will move much faster. It will perform much faster work than the little force that we apply. So let's take an instance. In your house, the water that runs through your pipe, I want you to see this is a tap, okay, and this here is the water which I want you to think as a current, flowing through this tap. In order for this water to move, there must be a pressure pushing this water downward. In real life, this pressure can be known as gravitational force, but in electronics it's known as voltage, because nothing like gravitational force in electronics. So voltage is involved. Voltage is the force that is pushing this electron to move. Okay, so without voltage there won't be movement of electron in electronics. So voltage is very important in electronics. That's why I started with current, then now enter into voltage. Our next topic is going to be about resistance, but it's not going to be in this video. We'll talk about resistance and power. Those four topics are the basic thing a beginner should know about electronics before he or she can design anything. So if you have not watched our previous video, if today is your first time watching this video, make sure you watch our previous video. There will be a link in the description. Make sure you follow it up so that you understand what we are saying. I want every viewers in this channel, for those that have passion to design, I want them to understand the fundamental of electronics so that they can be able to defend themselves. You don't need to pay any money. I'm doing these things for free, so I'm going to take longer time in explaining this in most of my videos so that you can be able to understand it very well. So that is it about today's video. Voltage, there is nothing much to talk about voltage. Also, I want you to know whenever we talk about voltage, just know that it's talking about pressure or force, something that is forcing something that is causing the movement of electron. So I want you to think voltage as a force pushing those electrons to move, because without this voltage, electron cannot move, cannot perform work. When you hook it up to do anything, it will not do anything without voltage. So voltage must be involved in it. So that is the basic thing you need to know about voltage. There is nothing more again. So if today is your first time to this channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button, so that you will be updated when I upload new videos. And make sure you like this video if this video was very helpful, and also share, comment, tell others that have passion in electronic designing. There is this crazy guy that is breaking down, that is teaching the basics of electronics in a way that you understand it. So I'm going to take much longer time in this electronics course, so that you as a viewer, you that have passion, will enjoy electronics, because I have so many challenges when I started electronics. So I don't want those challenges to occur to you guys that is watching. So that's what I have for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace out.